Check this out, guys. So this truck giveaway is ending in 12 days. That is right around the corner. And if you haven't got entered or you want to get more entries, we are doing something super crazy. We are doing 5x entries. That's the highest multiplier we have ever done. Skipping right over 4x and just going right into 5 times for every $1 spent on goonzquad.com. And look at that truck. It's a beautiful 2022 Chevrolet 2500 High Country Duramax. And now for the next 24 hours, you can get 5 times the entries and get entered into that plus $15,000 cash, guys. So be sure to visit goonzquad.com, check out all the official rules, copy some gear, and get automatically entered. Currently turned off. We got solar, but we got power. The power is right now charging as we're driving. That's crazy. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new goonzquad garage, and today we're gonna continue working on our 2021 Ford Bronco Wildtrak. As you guys seen in the previous video, we kind of just threw on the front bumper and we did a little bit of just grinding and we threw some body filler as well. And then we jumped onto the Porsche where we straight piped that sucker right there and it sounds absolutely insane. But now we are finally back on this thing right here. And what we're about to do is actually just sand down all this body filler down. That way we can go ahead and prepare this sucker for paint. That is right, guys. We actually decided that we're gonna end up just painting everything all original, right? The original color instead of wrapping it this color right here, dude.
A lot of people want it original color, so we're just gonna say, hey, whatever, let's just go ahead and paint it the original color.
Yes.
That way everything is painted, and then later on, if we want to wrap it a different color, I know a lot of you guys love the sand color, so we might end up wrapping
We might end up doing that. So it's been a minute since we actually painted, so I think that's gonna be exciting. We're gonna get back into the paint booth. And I think this color, you can't really tell in here, but it is actually a beautiful color. It's got a bunch of metallic. We could change up the color, but we really don't want to because then you got to mess with all the jams and then you're going to have like a different color on the title and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we don't typically like to do that. You know what I mean?
So we're going to keep it original, that navy blue, whatever color it is.
Fire.
But you know what? Later on, you can just wrap on top of it and still original underneath.
Exactly. But before we get back onto this Bronco, we got one thing that we do got to take care of and we do got to address. We actually got to throw up this privacy screen on our front fence right there because there has been a little bit of suspicious activity going on. And also there, I believe some fans will stop by. It's been getting a little bit excessive, you know what I mean? So we can't really, like, we would love to meet you guys, but it really distracts us from doing what we do, and that's make YouTube videos for you guys. So if you guys could, please don't drive by honking your horn and that stuff right there and try to get us to come out there because that's just becomes a huge just hassle for us. You know, we love 100%. You guys. But it's just what we have to do. So
yeah, and there's people that are even trying to open our gate up, which that is not good at all. So we're gonna just take every precaution.
That's not cool right there. But you know what, guys? We love you guys. I hope you guys understand. But as right now, we're gonna go ahead and throw up this privacy screen right here. We're gonna get back onto that Bronco. All right, guys, so check this out. So we installed our privacy screen on the gate right here and also on this front side of the fence because this is mainly where the traffic is. There's a road right there, and also this is where a lot of people stop and just stand there sometimes for hours, and it could get a little weird. So this right here is definitely gonna help out a lot. It blocks out like 95% of the view. We can see through it. I don't believe you barely can see through the inside over here, so it's perfect right here. So we're probably gonna end up doing it all around the building. Who knows? Or maybe we'll plant some trees around the other edges, but that just looks good. Definitely gonna help us out right there, dude. 100%. So we are done with the privacy. I think it is time to get back to work on that Bronco. Get on this Bronco, start sanding a few things, and start getting this thing prepped for some paint. guys, so the body work is 100% finished up. We got this jam right here all nicely slicked down and shaved and looking nice and smooth, because it's crazy. That's gonna be super visible because there's no seal that goes on. It's all exposed, but it's gonna look really clean. And we did the body work up here where the hardtop actually sits, so when it's off, it's gonna look all original. This really doesn't need no type of body work. This is all just spot welds that have been sanded down, ready for primer and all that good stuff. So that's all 100%. All it needs is primer, sanded down, and it'll be ready. And we went ahead and ripped off the wrap off the front and rear fenders. And I mean, we're just gonna slick this thing in. I know a lot of you guys want us to paint this thing, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slick it in with the original paint, that navy blue. I don't even know what it's called yet, but it actually looks really good. I mean, we'll see once we slick it in. It's gonna look OEM with the fenders, those aftermarket fenders. It's gonna look insane, as well as the hood, you know what I mean?
It's gonna look super clean, dude. I actually like this color from certain angles, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then, of course, we could always throw like some wrap over the top, and maybe some sweet color.
Dude, maybe even a different color. We're even throwing the idea of doing like a teal color, although it'd be nice to like paint this whole entire thing, but I think keeping it the original color is the best, and then also just unwrap whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So the next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and pretty much sand down the gest of the aftermarket parts, and we're going to throw primer on everything.
Yeah,
right?
we have to throw primer because this is technically like a super thick gel coat that they throw on here. That way you can sand it down, make it nice and smooth, and paint doesn't really like to stick to that. So I say we're going to go ahead and just primer everything. That way it has that nice smooth finish and paint can stick to it. And we're going to paint this thing, paint all the flares in the hood all in one day, and then we'll just drive this thing to the paint booth and paint it the next, because all it needs is this thing right here, and that should be it.
Yes, sir, dude. It's going to be a pretty simple paint process. So right now, I say we just keep on moving with the fenders, dude.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, we are moving right along with the aftermarket parts for the Bronco, and we already got everything sanded down, all the fenders and even the hood, and we are almost ready for some primer. Of course, we had to pick up some materials and supplies because it's been a minute since we did some painting, so we're actually kind of excited to get maybe back inside the paint booth and just start painting some items. And we had to get some primer. We got some good primer. Some 2K primer is going to be nice and thick. That way those parts, those aftermarket parts, look original. They're going to flow with the rest of the body panels pretty much, dude. It's going to look good. And also we picked up the paint, of course, and look at the name of the paint. It's called Antimatter Blue Signature Navy Pearl, dude. What?
Dude, we're about to check this stuff out right
let's
here.
Let's go ahead and crack it open and see what it's about, dude. I know it's gonna be sweet on the top of this can right here, on the lid. I know it always looks good in the sunlight, so let's see what it looks like, dude. Are you ready for this, dude?
Let's see this blue, dude.
Whoa.
That thing has tons of metallic in it,
dude,
right there, dude.
That looks sick, actually, dude. When the sun just hits it just right, you get all that spark on. I think that's pretty cool right there. So we're gonna end up going with that. We got some high quality paint. This is some Sickens. We got some extra stands right here because, you know, we've been needing stands. Got a bunch of other little stuff here and there. I'll say we go ahead and set everything up, prepare for some primer, and spray it down. like we're going about 100 miles an hour, but you know what? I feel nice and safe and secure because it feels comfortable in here. It's even more comfortable in the cab, but back here is still super smooth. I've just been chilling up on this countertop right here. No problems, no parts shifting, none of that, but you know what? This is the perfect truck right here to get these parts over to the paint booth, safe and sound, no damages. We were kind of just thinking, and we just like, a light bulb just went off. We're like, bing, we're gonna take the military truck, and look at this. Everything is nice and snug. We got blankets hugging some of these parts, dude. They're gonna make sure that we get there with no scuffs or scratches. And while we're at it, I might as well go ahead and start cooking us lunch. I mean, we got everything. We got water. Well, water's currently turned off. We got solar, we got power. The power is right now charging as we're driving. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to find the pots and the pans though, but, or I might even take a little nap. So much you can do with this thing. There's a lot of vibration going on right here. It sounds weird. It'll smooth out. I know it. These trucks right here, they fix themselves.
All right, guys, so we got all the pieces completely primed in, all the wide body fenders and the hood, and these things came out super slick, and we actually primed these suckers in record time. Good thing that the sun was out today because it dried everything. We were able to throw everything right back in a couple minutes, and dude, look at that, nice and slick. It's ready to be sanded. That's the whole point of the paint booth, is you can lay it down super slick, and it makes it easier sanding this primer down if you lay it down slick, you know what I mean?
Exactly, and another thing that I noticed is look at all this stuff that's just falling randomly out the sky, because it is springtime almost, and a bunch of stuff would have been in our paint, in our prime job right here.
100%. We seen that floating around in the air. We're like, dude, we got to go to the paint booth, and the military truck did an amazing job, man. That was the best thing. That was the best idea ever, dude. Everything went in there, laid it down, everything came back perfect shape, dude. We had blankets and pillows
Cushions
in there and everything, dude.
Dude, that was awesome. Yeah, everything turned out nice and flawless. The next thing that we're gonna do is just go ahead and throw some guide coat on it. Basically just sand everything, right?
Throw guide coat on everything, a light mist coat, wet sand everything, and these things will be ready for some paint.
guys, so we finally got all the fiberglass body panels completely wet sanded. Them suckers are basically ready to head back to the paint booth and get painted that beautiful blue color. And also we messed with these headlights a little bit. We found out that if you take them suckers apart and you plug in a certain wire, we can turn them suckers completely amber. Look at that right there, dude. Boom,
dude, that actually looks way better than those white DRLs, dude.
I love that. That looks so much more aggressive right there. And also, I think we're gonna throw in 3 amber LEDs in the grill right there, just like the Raptor, dude.
That's gonna look super sick, dude. Those headlights are a game changer, dude.
I love those right there. But as for these body panels, just get a quick up close glimpse right there. Everything is nice and smooth. Once we throw that paint in that clear coat, dude, it's gonna look like an original factory body panel, dude.
It's gonna look like this thing came from factory with these fenders, dude.
Exactly. So that's why we're taking the extra time to prime this stuff and sand it, and it's just going to turn out amazing. Same for this rocker panel right here. We're basically trying to match up the rocker panel on the other side, and we have this right here that you just spray on it, and it looks pretty good. Probably going to throw a couple more coats and, dude, throw some paint over it. Dude, you'll never know this sucker was tapped in the side right here, dude.
Never, dude. It's going to look super clean, dude.
Hey, that's pretty much going to be a wrap for today's video. In the next one, we're finally going to get this sucker back in the paint booth and maybe get it all one color. Hopefully, it's going to look absolutely amazing. That's going to be a wrap, guys. Drop all your comments and thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for all love and support. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.